days like these last with one another, with the feeling pass. Would you find out with me if it all starts to crumble? We'll search the pieces for a hope or a mumble.
Hey lovelies, we're back today doing some cross stitching, and we're going to carry on from where I got to last night. I didn't stream it on YouTube last night, I streamed it just on Twitch because it was just a late night last minute thing, but we're going to carry on today. And it's been quite a while since I've filmed cross stitching, and I need to do it more than I am, so I'm also quite conscious that we need to complete this colouring page as well on the stream, because we started it on stream, so it needs finishing on stream. So this piece needs finishing too, so we may move on to this later on after we've done our fill of stitchy hours. And I actually added some stickles glitter as snow in the background after the last stream, just so that I could let it dry and see what it looked like, and I really love the way it's turned out as snow, so I'm going to add some on the tops of things to make it look like it's settled, probably at the end of the page for that. But yeah, so let me just move that out my way. I've changed what the stream looks like just a little bit, just so you can see stats and everything on the screen, and any information that you might want to know, just let me know. But yeah, so we're 10.30% through the whole piece, which isn't a lot really. And what the finished piece is going to look like is there at the top right for you, well, middle right. It's actually a piece of artwork by Jasmine Beckett-Griffith, who also does colouring books, so she's in both kind of crafty worlds. And I can't wait to see what it's going to look like at the end, because I'm kind of on the dull colours at the minute. I'm on the dull side of the image, and on the right hand side is all the bright fun colours. So I can't wait to move across to there, but I really wanted to move down and do some of the eye. So that's why it's kind of all stitched weird, and I've kind of just gone here. This is basically the edge of a page, that's the edge of a page. So you can see I've kind of just wandered around wherever I wanted to kind of go at the moment. But I think what I'm going to do today is probably this part here, because that bit's annoying me a little bit, and I guess we'll just see what we feel like doing. It's quite difficult to stitch down here, especially on camera, because it's right at the bottom of the frame, so it's quite fiddly, so I think I'm going to keep it up here unless I move it on the frame. And then what I'm going to do is at the end of the stream I'm going to take it off the frame, take a picture of what the whole piece looks like, because there's a lot of it hiding up here that we've already done that you can't see, so I'll take a picture of everything that we've done and upload that onto my Facebook and Instagram so you can see where we are so far if you're interested. But let's get stuck in. So off to the side I've got my tablet where I record where I am on the chart and everything, but obviously I can't show you that because of copyright issues, so that's to the side. If you see me kind of just look like I'm not doing anything, I'm probably just marking off the chart and looking where to stitch next, just in case you wondered. So let's figure out what we're going to do first. I think I'm going to start here, to be fair. Oops. But it's the perfect Sunday for it. Grab a cup of tea, grab your stitching, grab your colouring, whatever you're doing, and just come and have a chat with me and we can just do some crafting together. Sometimes I get bored and I just want to talk to other crafters that are into the same things as me, so come and have a chat. Don't be shy or afraid to say hi. I don't write. But let me know as well if you prefer to be zoomed in really close to see the stitches as they happen, or you like to be a bit far away, because at the minute we're about medium, quite close, but I can also zoom out. So let me know your preference on what you like to see as well, because I know some people do like to see right up close but others don't, so just let me know. So this first colour I'm starting with is 414, so let me get that out of the box. Ooh, 414. Oh, is this the colour I did yesterday? No. I don't have much of this left. We're at the end of the thing and this is all I have of this colour left, so I'm going to have to pinch one out of another project probably. But I've got enough to get us going for now. It's a grey colour. At the minute it's kind of freaking me out a little bit, this current project, because the colour of the face is just really weird. It's greens and greys and purples and pinks, and I know, like from past experiences, that when you step back and look at it, it'll look normal at the end, but when you're stitching up close during your project, you kind of sometimes get a bit freaked out, because I'm like, why is her face those colours? It looks a bit strange, but I know it's just shadow and all that kind of thing, and it'll probably just look fine when we step away later in the future, but at the minute I'm kind of just freaked out by all the colours, because this is her face and it's just kind of weirding me out a little bit. I'm hoping that I haven't done colours wrong. I've got a little knot in my stitch problems here. The music's just going to play whatever it wants in the background. I'll change it if it's really like not very great, but it's just a bit of background noise for the silent parts. I'll just have to cut it. I can't do this knot. It's only a tiny piece. Yay! We got quite a bit done yesterday. I think that what did we start? We started on 10.17%. I know that doesn't sound like a lot at all, but I actually got 301 stitches done last night, so let's see where we get to today. So we're starting on 10.30%. Just making a record because I'll forget, even though it's on the screen. I'll change that on the next, either at the end of the video or on the next stream, just to show you the progress. Because you can look back on streams, but these will also be on my YouTube channel, so you can look at them whenever, and you'll be able to like kind of go back and just, if you wanted to, that is, and look at the progress between each video, I guess. But I'll also try and remember to post updates on social medias and like kind of post at the end of each day and say like, we did this many stitches on the stream today, blah blah blah. I'll try and remember. I'll try. Right. So this colour actually goes, there's a lot of it all down here, but it also goes a lot over there. But I'm not going to go too far over that way. It's about here that's the end of the page. So I'll probably just go over a little bit, just so there's not a harsh line, because we've got quite far down to go. Also, please do not judge my messy back. it's not something I've ever kind of just took notice of really. I've never really tried to make it neat. So let me know if you want the camera closer or further away. I don't really know what anyone would prefer, to be fair. It's also fiddly, so I'm sorry if I'm constantly moving this frame, but I'm holding onto the Q-snap frame. I haven't really got a stand that's any use at the minute. I've got a giant scroll frame, but that's in my Crafty cove, and it's got a project on it, and it's just pretty fiddly because I'm holding onto it at the same time as trying to stitch and keep it under the camera so you don't see my big head getting in the way. So obviously I'm looking at the piece further away than what I normally would, so sometimes I might look like I'm struggling. It's because I'm kind of being blind. Got really the knots forming. But I think before I had the picture of the final piece on the screen for you and everything, but I thought I'm going to make the screen a bit nice, a bit more interesting, because I just had it on top of literally the camera view. But I wanted to add in a nice kind of pastel background that's there, just to make it a bit different, you know, not quite so boring. And it also keeps everything organised, so obviously my camera view is in its own little box, and then all the information's all around it that we would need or have on the streams. And I know this is going to YouTube as well, which you don't normally really use like overlays on YouTube, but I don't see why not. I think it makes it interesting, makes it a little bit different. Also, I've got some of the new Nina magazine actually, and I've got this like glittery cupcake. It's super glittery. Let's see if you can see it. And then I've got a really cute pineapple. And then we've got the polymer clay rainbow with a hair on it. And then I've also got like a little pineapple ice cream. It's so cute. I use them mostly to hold my threads out the way, but I also use them just as decoration because I'm a bit obsessed with them. I'm not sure how far along to come really, because obviously this colour goes quite far over. Might end it there because we've got all this to go down, and we can just fill that bit in when we get to that page, I guess, because I have gone over the page. I started off with this project doing it kind of really neat. I started off doing the parking method, and that's something I haven't done a lot in the past of, and I wanted to give it a go. And I kind of always start my projects like that because I'm like, right, I'm going to do the parking method all the way through this, keep it looking really neat, just filling it block by block, and then park the threads. And then I just stopped and ended up just stitching wherever the colour went. That's why it looks so messy. There's like just random stitches everywhere. I think it's called cross country when you just stitch wherever you want. I can't remember. But this is on, oh I did put it, I couldn't remember if I put it, but this is on 18 count Ada, and Heaven and Earth design charts always chart for 25 count fabric. And that's what I started using when I first started doing Heaven and Earth design projects. I started using the 25 count Ada and I hated it so much. The crosses were so small, and like just the holes in general, everything was really small, and I didn't feel like my stitches laid nicely, and it was too fiddly, and I just hated it. But when you're stitching a project that's going to take a few years to complete, which most Heaven and Earth designs will, you want to enjoy the process as you go, because you're going to be stitching it obviously for a few years. So I decided to try an 18 count one day, and then never went back since. I've loved it ever since I tried it. The crosses are just that much bigger, where it's a lot nicer. I know the finished project the finished piece will be bigger than is kind of charted for, but I don't mind that because it's going to be big anyway, and I feel like that outweighs the hating the stitching process for a few years in my mind. And it's just a lot more enjoyable to stitch, I feel. But I know everyone's preferences are different, but if you do hate stitching on 25 count, I recommend trying 18 count to see how it feels to you. I'm going to have to reposition this chart or this piece soon on the frame, because I've got it that much, but I keep tightening it that much, it won't tighten anymore because the fabric's spun too far around, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to have to reposition it all, and then it'll be tighter again on the Q-snap frame. But I'm also getting to kind of the boundaries of this frame where we're stitching at the minute, so I'll probably, I don't know whether to move it, because I've only gone kind of halfway across the chart up here. This whole page is complete up here, they're all just hiding in there. I got about halfway, as you can see where her hairline is on her head. It's not even halfway probably, so there's still about 3 pages or so left along the top row to do, and then obviously this page, and then all the pages that way. So I might just move it back up here and try and, because when I got up here I was getting bored of the dull colours, because I knew how nice some of the colours were on this piece, on this artwork. See if I can point to it, like the bright colours of the blues and the oranges and the purples and everything, and I really wanted to get to them. But when I was stitching up here, I got really impatient and wanted to see what the eyes look like, so I ended up wandering down here and stitched the eye. But now that I've almost completed the eye, I really want to know what the bright colours end up looking like, so I'm probably going to go further that way, and then hopefully we'll get that starred on at the top right, because that looks pretty interesting. I want to know what it ends up looking like when it's stitched. I don't know why I give myself such giant projects. Literally hardly any of my projects are small ones, so you never see any finishes. I'm not too happy with the way that the black looks like on her eyelashes though, because you can see through it and you can see like dots of white fabric through it, and I use the same as what I always use, 2 strands over 1, and the coverage just isn't great. Like, you can see it from there on the camera, there's just white dots all in her eyelashes, and it's supposed to just be pure black. So I might have to go back over that with another layer. It'll probably just stick up a bit further than all of this. I'm hoping you can't tell really when it's done, but I don't know, it's annoying me every time I see it. But in the eye, there is so many different colours, it is unreal. It's so confetti heaven that I almost gave up and moved on. And there's another eye to come yet obviously, but that eye is a bit smaller over here somewhere. And then at the minute it looks a bit weird with these lines there, but if you look at the picture, I think it's like it's meant to be something shining off of her eye. But I feel like at the minute when the whole rest of the image isn't there, it's going to look like what's wrong with her eye. She's got a little button nose which looks pretty cute. I just really want to know what the golden jug thing and the stars end up looking like, and then the bottom right where it's all orangey and yellowy. I'm just so excited for that part. I wish I started at the bottom corner now, but I've never started there before, so it was a bit scary to do it. I always end up starting at the top left. If any of you are stitchers though, let me know where you like to start. Do you like to start in the middle, or which corner do you start at? I'm curious. Some projects I do start in the middle if they're smaller, because it's easier to just find the middle, because you can just fold your fabric in half and then half again, and then obviously you've got the middle. But when it's something this big, it's a bit like when there's 50 pages, it's quite difficult to find the middle. There's something quite therapeutic about seeing the crosses just completely snap, and seeing like the blocks of colours just fill in. I should have done this bit here off of camera because there's a couple of different colours in there, so I'm going to have to change the threads a few times, which is a bit awkward, so I might do that bit on stream, but if not I'll complete that bit off stream. Just mark on the chart. But it feels like we got loads done yesterday because there was loads of stitches missing all in here. So we literally completed this like whole section yesterday. So I feel like there's a big chunk of it being completed. It's quite, I can't stop looking at it. Is that weird? There's a lot of this colour. Oh, when I zoom out you can see, so this colour that we're doing now fills this whole piece here, and then this is like the bridge of her nose, or like the line in between her eyes thing. So this colour kind of fills in this whole bit here, and then it also goes up there, arching around her other eye, and then joins onto her head there. So I'm definitely going to need to steal some more of this colour out of some other projects, because we're going to need a lot more. But it does say there's 10,376 stitches to do with this colour. Just going to let the thread hang and unwind itself. Oh, numb foot. I always sit on my feet on the chair.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing
And the popular raise down.
around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. I don't know what I could say
I think for the next few rows I'm not going to go quite so far across because apart from this thread I've already got one more strand, well, set of 2 strands until I dig out another one of this colour, so I want to be able to at least take it down here a bit.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
Okay, so
Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down,
just this corner one here. That's the tricky part about going wherever you kind of want to with the colours, is that you can lose where you are really easily. Probably causes more mistakes than it would if you just did it block by block. I feel like I'm long overdue getting the diamond painting out too, because I started one. I don't know if anyone's seen it. It's a Beauty and the Beast, like a stained glass window one. It's really, really big, and so to get it out and to do it is pretty tricky because it's so long. It would not, like, it hangs over the table when you're working on it, but I need to get it out again and do some more on it. Actually, yeah, that is the end of the page, so I'll take it to the end of the page. shoulder, stand on my shoulder, stand on my shoulder.
Like you're feeling sorry.
Don't
Don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that. Like you're feeling sorry, 'cause you're not feeling sorry. Hey, hey. Don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that. Like you're feeling sorry. It's your fault. Now toss the soul. Don't you look at me like that, walking out the door like that. You're not feeling sorry. It's your fault. Now toss the soul. It's a devil on your shoulder.
I'm nearing the end of this thread. And we'll go in with the last one that we have and take it down here because there's bitting and bobbing to go in there, and then there's this whole little bit here to do which I want to get done.
I like to move real close after waking up, mesmerized by your breathing, how you're holding up. Remember the day we first met and the love we found, dancing in the darkness. I won't let you run. In your arms I can't get close enough. When you're around I get butterflies that never stop. And I know that you're the only one.
Do you think I should maybe add, I could put on the screen like stitches complete last stream and then write the number of stitches we did last stream to see if we can beat each stream. I feel like I should do it now. I'll do that once we finish this thread. Butterflies that never stop. And I know that I'm the only one. I should give you credit, waiting by the phone. I miss you, but this time I know the feeling. You want me and I'm happy to be waiting. When the light is out, nowhere to be found, I'll just lock the door and go for a closer run. Closer run. Okay, I'm going to add it on. Let's see, stitches. What do we do?
Baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be
Let's make it
I want to be silly, baby. Dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. yourself be free, and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it, you can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare
That's
you
good.
to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down.
There we go.
Little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down. Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. Don't hide it.
Okay, there we go. So now we just need to try and beat it and do more than 301 stitches.
You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. curious, but there's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard, being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street, said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out, that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious? So curious, so curious. So curious, so curious. Your friends have told me just to give you time. Weekends are passing by like everything is fine. I know this is so delusional. I have lost my grip, but I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street, said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out, that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious? If I know that it's gonna end. So curious, so curious. I don't know, why do I even care? I don't know, why do I love you? I don't know, why do I even care? I don't know, why do I love you? I don't know, why do I even care? I don't know, why do I love you? I'm recklessly drawn to you somehow, but you hit me with this rush. Why am I so curious? If I know that it's gonna end. So curious, so curious. So curious, so Said you needed a break and left with no heads up. I was strong for your sake, but it made my heart drop. 'Cause it's always been you and I. Give me one more try, this is messing with my mind. Not gonna lie, but I'll give you the space so you can figure this out. I've been losing sleep and it won't get better. I can't get my mind off of you. Days go by and I can't help but wonder if you think about me too. Don't you just hate it, being away from someone you just wanna hold on to? It's driving me crazy, tired of waiting. I really hate being away from you. like everyone else, we have our ups and downs. It is not just one mistake that made you think about what life can be like without me in it. I still thought it'd be you and I until we die, but I'll give you the space so you can figure this out. I've been losing sleep and it won't get better. I can't get my mind off of you. Days go by and I can't help but wonder if you think about me too. Don't you just hate it, being away from someone you just wanna hold on to? It's driving me crazy, tired of waiting. I really hate being away from you. Don't you just hate it, being away from someone you just wanna hold on to? It's driving me crazy, tired of waiting. I really hate being away from you. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Only time will tell. Why do you keep telling me nothing? But I know all your flaws, at least they say something. Still I try to connect with you through your eyes. Your eyes. What is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah. Only time will tell. I still want all of you and I know all your colors. And I guess 'cause of that I can think of no others. Yeah, I need you to breathe. Without you I'm lost. I'm lost, yeah. What is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah. Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Okay, so if I don't know if you noticed, but instead of carrying on where we got to with the last bit of the thread, I started here to work our way up, because this is the last piece of this colour that I've got until I raid my other boxes, which aren't in here, so we'll have to move on to a different colour after this. But I really wanted to get this like little piece here done with this colour at least, so it carries on down here and then I'll just take it up and then it'll reach that bit if there's enough. So yeah, I don't know where this colour is. I'm sure I'll have some, definitely, but I've just got to dig it out, so we'll have to change colour after this bit of thread, but that's fine. So I got a big chunk of what I wanted to get done with that colour around this area. I think this colour will actually be in the Unleash the Butterflies thread box, because this colour I used a lot in that project, but I don't know where the box says. It's either in here, it could be in the bedroom, or it could be in my Crafty light shed. It could be anywhere. I'm not very organised. There's another little bit around the eye done too, which I'm happy about. The eye's getting completed piece by piece. It's really brought it out in last night's stream and today's, because just by filling in all this section here and a load of this bit, it's really kind of made the image pop a bit more. You know, when you just get a bit done where it seems to have made a lot of difference compared to when you do other bits. Some bits you stitch and you just feel like you haven't done anything to the end piece, but then other bits you stitch, you feel like you've got loads done. It's weird how that works. Getting trickier to hold on to as well the further down the frame I get. It's really hard to hold on to it and stitch and be under the camera. You're gonna have to kind of make a personalised frame to hold it that fits where I am.
Always shining bright. People are smiling, making plans, hiding behind their shades, and you're doing the same. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at. Heart is fire, but baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm, and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. But if the sky would open up, you're staying home, you don't get out. You always used to love the rain, but LA changed you. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at. Heart is fire, but baby, you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm, and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. You're like a ghost in my mind. I can't escape you. I need to believe it was right letting you go. 'Cause you're like a ghost in my mind. I wanna escape you, but I do not believe it was right letting you go. I can't stand.
We're on 110 stitches so far, and it's been about an hour.
Tell me, do you think
I don't know why that's an interesting fact. I just like to look at that kind of thing and kind of compare it, I guess.
you and it kills me? No, it was a mistake letting you go. 'Cause every song just reminds me of you, and it breaks my heart. You're still here, though we're apart. I'm seeing your face in my dreams. I can't escape you. Like a movie on repeat, the scenes just go on. I'm hearing your voice in my dreams. I wanna escape you. I really think I made a big mistake. I want you to know I can't stand the thought of losing you.
This colour seems to be making a big difference to the look of the piece. It's really strange. It feels like we've suddenly just jumped up and got loads done.
Reminds me of you, and it kills me. No, it was a mistake letting you go. 'Cause every song just reminds me of you, and it breaks my heart. You're still here, though we're apart. Don't tell me it's over now. Don't tell me it's over now. Don't tell me it's over now. Don't tell me it's over. 'Cause every song just reminds me of you, and it kills me. No, it was a mistake letting you go. 'Cause every song just reminds me of you, and it kills me. No, it was a mistake letting you go. 'Cause every song just reminds me of you, and it breaks my heart. You're still
Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, this colour does go a lot further across, so it does go actually like all up here, but I'm just taking it so far across so that we can actually just get this bit filled in, because this is the last bit of this thread that I have at the minute. I'll fetch some more from wherever it is, outside somewhere. So we'll just change colours when this thread runs out, but I just wanted to at least get this like little section done. So it is moved onto the next page here because the end of this page is actually down there, so all this bit is actually the next page anyway. I don't really know what bit I want to move on to next, to be honest. We could probably work more over here or do some of the eye. Yeah. I want to beat the amount of stitches that I did last stream at least, and we're on about 115 stitches today at the minute, and obviously on the screen we did 301 last night, so progress, slow progress.
Take me on a treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night. When I close my eyes, I see trust you when you say that beauty lives in me too.
Mark off what I've done before I confuse myself.
Later it comes later, dear, for many of us. I promise you that even through the wrongs and even the rough can be sweet. Just close your eyes and know beauty lives in me. I know I don't
I can't believe that it's nearly 4 o'clock in the evening already. The day's gone so fast. I've actually got some videos I want to get filmed after this, but I also want to carry on and well, I'll probably do it in a separate stream because it's different, but I want to complete that picture that we started colouring on the other stream, and then I've also got a few videos I want to get filmed for my YouTube that I can edit and upload in the week, and quite a few that I want to get done, and the day is flying by.
Trust you when you say that beauty lives in me too. Beauty lives in me. I know I don't yet know it, so I trust you when you say that beauty lives in me too.
I'm probably going to start trying to move up to this bit now because we're getting down this piece of thread quite quick, so let me mark off what I've done. Okay. Oh, this is pretty confusing because it's not a full section of this colour here, it's all over the place, so make sure I follow it right.
you right, treat you right. Pull you closer through the highs and lows. Yeah, I wanna show you how to treat you right, treat you right. Let me show you what love is and why it's beautiful. Just put your body on top of mine, yeah. I won't treat you the same way as other girls who have no shame. No, I die for you. They have been cruel to you, saying things they don't mean. They have been rude to you, disrespect how you feel. But baby, I'll never go that far, 'cause I know better than that. So baby, let me hold you, hold you. I wanna show you, show you, show you how to treat you right, treat you right. Pull you closer through the highs and lows. Yeah, I wanna show you how to treat you right, treat you right. Treat you right, treat you right. Treat you right, treat you right. Yeah, I would never ever let you go.
Nearly out of this thread follower.
Treat you right.
This whole
I would always hold you
kind of skein of this colour has all gone on this project so far. You can see why I kind of ended up getting bored and wanted to move down into different colours, because all the bit that you can't see that's shoved into the ground guard up here is all mostly like these colours, or the greys of the hair and the background and everything.
I know it don't show, but I'm falling. Cigarette smoke, sick from drinking. Baby, don't think I will save you.
I should have took a before and after picture.
If you give it,
I'm going to try and do that, and then I'll upload it to Facebook and Instagram each time we do one of these streams of the stitchy ones, and onto Ko-fi, which is a bit like a blog that I've got. The links are all down below. I'm going to try and post it on there every time so we can track the progress, and I'll add all the stats as well from the streams. So I feel like there has been a big difference on this piece today than last night. Well, last night and today together has made a big difference to the look of it already. So I wish I'd taken, I'm sure I've got a picture of it probably before last night, but it'd be interesting to compare. If we come clean, don't let me think back, give me what I need. Just wanna forget, don't need time to breathe. Two hearts pumping blood, beating up for fun. Caress my bruises, don't wanna go deep. Don't let me think back, give me what I need. Just wanna forget. mark off what I've done before I lose track. So
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really
I think this will be the last stitch of this thread. It's going to be a little low now.
I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to
Okay, so now where should we take it? Where do we want to move to? Because all of this chunk here is basically more of that colour, so that'll have to wait till I find it out. Apart from a little bit here that's different colour. This is about 10 different colours in there. I guess we could go up here.
another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smile, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line.
Or we can do some more down here. It'd just be a bit tricky for me to keep it on camera for you unless I move it, but I don't really feel ready to move it just yet. What should I do?
I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure.
We could do a bit down here. So the next colour is 3031, and there's bits of that all in these little sections. And it looks like a dark brown colour. We're currently on 167 stitches as well today, and it's on 10.37%. Seems to take ages to get between each whole percentage. Just check the whole area. So this colour is basically used around the eye, then it's also used over here around the other eye. But there's actually quite a lot of it around the other eye. And I've already used this colour around here, I think, in bits, but not much. Yeah, it went all around there. So now we're taking it down here. When I first started stitching this bit, I was like, is this supposed to be lines there? It felt weird, but obviously if you look at the picture, there's like a sparkle in her eye. Okay, so let's get this bit going.
You take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah. I think I need a
I'm going to try my best to hold it as steady as I can while I stitch and on camera. It's just obviously a bit. I think I'll start this side. There's also some more black down here for bottom eyelashes. But I'm going to do that when I've figured out what I want to do about the fact that you can see the fabric through the black. So I might end up using 3 strands just to help with the coverage of it. I just really don't like it that there's bits of white fabric shining through on the black eyelashes. I always use 2 strands over 1 cross, but you may have to use 3. You'll have to let me know as well if you're happy with how far away the camera is, or whether you want it zoomed in or zoomed out further. Let me know your preferences. I'm going to try and tighten the fabric a bit. It keeps becoming loose now.
An ocean, a cave, a dream that no one could save, a shelter, a whole act, a light that died with the night. You and I, we got our differences, yeah. I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain. What's the plan? Heavy breathing, stay insane. Grab my hand. Everything is great inside this narrow terrain and chest pain. Heavy breathing, stay insane. Now grab my hand. Mind terrain and chest pain. Tell me what's the plan.
Oh, I need the fan on. Getting hot.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not lying. Don't get me
Just a few more stitches in that first compartment. That's that first section done, so we're moving to the middle bit. A bit more in here than there was in the first bit. Hair on it.
You ever wonder if days like these last with one another, with the feeling pass? Would you find out with me if it all starts to crumble? We'll search the pieces for a hope or a mumble. It's not for me to decide if I should be the one by your side. And hope we know when it's better to say goodbye. You ever wonder if we know what's best for one another,
Another broken plate, another called off date. We never seem to get it right. Another heart attack, words that we can't take back. We are the reason opposites attract. Once you slam the door on the second floor, I regret it all. When I think it through, I can help the way I feel for you. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the worst can sting. I wouldn't change
In ultimate concentration mode. I apologise for being completely silent. Mark off what I've done.
by the phone, hoping you'll answer yours. Baby, let's talk until we're fine. You've been in bed for days, empty without me, you say. Can't you just magically turn up in mine? Then you knock on my door on the second floor, and I feel okay. We just made it through, and I love the way I feel for you. Baby, you make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the worst can sting. I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Oh yeah, still feels right. 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 Oh yeah. We never get it right, but somehow it feels right. We never get it right, but it still feels right. We never get it right, but somehow it feels right. That's how I feel about you. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every
Okay, that is actually the end of that piece of thread 2. I do have more of it, quite a lot more, but I think I'm going to end the stream there because we've reached the 2-hour mark. So we've been stitching for 2 hours now. My hand's getting a bit of cramp in it. I do want to do another stream, probably a bit later on today. If I don't fit it in today, then it'll be tomorrow, but I wanted to fit another stream in of finishing the colouring page that we started on the other streams. So hopefully I'll be back on here in a bit later on. In the meantime, I'm probably going to film some videos for my YouTube channel, so if you wanted to check them out, head over to YouTube, Jade's Crafty Life, and you'll see them all over there. Thank you for everyone that is watching and has joined me on this stream today. I've really enjoyed getting quite a bit of progress done. The stats will all be updated at the beginning of the next stream, so you'll be able to compare, but I'll also try and get stuff wrote on social media and over on Ko-fi, which the link is just there on the screen. It's that purple bar on the right hand side, ko-fi.com/Jade's Crafty Life. It's basically like a blog, and yeah, updates go over there too, so check it out if you want to, and I'll say goodbye for now.